Remember how I said a couple videos ago that the weather changes? One day it could be a snowstorm, then it could be a rainstorm. Well, last night we had snow, and now today we have rain. So all the snow that we had yesterday is melted, and now we just have a rainy, cloudy, crappy day yet again. Crown Vic Crew, welcome back to another video. As you guys can see, it is beautiful out today, nice and warm. We did get another snowstorm, but thankfully it rained right after. So I might actually be able to clean the Vic today, because as you guys can see, it is absolutely filthy. It needs a bath. The tires are just disgusting. Do that right after I'm finished filming this video. Probably give it a bath, but we'll see. But anyway, yeah, as you guys can see by the title, I made a video kinda, sorta, not really similar to this before. I did like my concept art for the 2018 Crown Vic, and I kinda just said, you know, it's possible that the Crown Vic can return, blah 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 blah, this and that. But this video is gonna be a little bit different. This video is, should the Crown Vic return? Should Ford bring back the Crown Vic? Now, a lot of people have mixed emotions about this. Some people say yes, some people say no. Some people say it's impossible, they already discontinued it. Just because Ford discontinued a car doesn't mean that they can never bring it back. They discontinued the Ford Bronco, I believe, in like 1990 something. It's coming back in 2020. Same thing with the Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger was discontinued in the United States. They discontinued it like 2006, I believe, something around there. I'm not perfect with these numbers, but it's coming back again to North America in 2020. So yeah, just because they discontinue a car or a vehicle does not mean that they can never bring it back. But that's not the topic of this video. This video is, should they bring it back? And I'm going to let you guys know my opinion and all of that. And then you guys can let me know down below if you guys agree with me, what your opinions are on it, and so on. Now, to start off the video, I'm going to be talking about the other police interceptors that Ford made and why I personally think that the chances of the Crown Vic coming back are pretty slim. If you guys look at the Ford Interceptor Utility, aka the Ford Explorer, that is leading the police world right now. It seems everywhere you go, every department has at least 5 in their fleet, at least 1 in their fleet, or their whole fleet is made up of interceptor utilities. It's an SUV, all-wheel drive, big, V6, so it's not a V8, not wasting as much gas, or so they claim. I've heard that Explorer owners waste just as much gas as they would in a Vic, but they're leading the police world right now, and it's kind of similar to the Crown Vic. I wouldn't say as reliable because it hasn't been out that much to gain that reputation that it is as reliable as the Crown Victoria. Not only that, but civilian sales are doing extremely well. You see civilians driving the Ford Explorers all the time. Also, we can't forget about the Ford Taurus or the Ford Police Interceptor sedan. You see those a little bit in service as well. Not as popular as the Interceptor utility, but they are still around. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they're doing so well in sales. I really personally don't see why Ford would bring another police interceptor into the lineup. You know, like the Crown Victoria, just because they already discontinued it, and the Explorer or the Interceptor utility is doing so well. Departments love it, you know, minus that carbon monoxide poisoning thing, which I believe they have fixed. They're very popular. They're out there, they're doing well, the sales are doing well, so the need to bring another interceptor into the mix, I would say, is kind of stupid. They are bringing the Responder, which is, I think, the Ford Fusion hybrid. It's not going to be called the Police Interceptor anymore. It's going to be called the Police Responder. And they occasionally bring police trucks into the mix, stuff, you know, like that. But they're not up there. They're not top in sales like the, you know, Interceptor utility or like the Ford Crown Vic was at one point in its lifetime. So for me personally, I would love to see the Crown Vic come back. I would and I wouldn't. I'll let you know that right after this point. The chances, what I'm trying to say is the chances of it coming back into the police world, I would say, are very slim, just because the Explorers are doing so well, or the Interceptor utilities, however the heck you want to say it, they're doing so well, especially with the Ford Tauruses as well, or the Interceptor sedans. They're doing very well in sales. A lot of departments are using them, they're liking them, you know, and they're really popular. In my personal opinion, I think Ford leads the police world. Dodge, all these other car companies, the Chargers, they don't even come close to what Ford has to offer, or even comes close to the sales. Yeah, you see a couple Chargers here and there. I mean, if you put the number of Chargers in service versus the Explorers, I mean, the Explorers are going to blow it out of the water. It's the same thing with the Crown Vics when they were in service versus the old Chargers. The Crown Vics just outnumbered them. So now on to the actual, should they bring it back? My personal opinion is 50-50. I would like to see the Crown Vic come back, and I wouldn't at the same time. Let me tell you why I would like to see the Crown Vic come back. Number one, because it was easily the most reliable, not only cop car, but car, I think, on the market at the time, and still is now. I mean, they're still running. They were discontinued or halted at production 2011. It's currently 2018, and these are still in service. Some of them. Obviously not as much as they were before, but they still are in service. These things were absolute beasts. They performed well, they lived up to the expectation, and then more. I would like to see, you know, a whole new redesign, remodel of the Crown Vic, you know, the interior, see what they would do, you know, with the internals, the engine and stuff like that. And that's kind of where it leans to. I would not like to see them bring back the Crown Vic, because it would totally be different. It wouldn't be the same car. It wouldn't have the same engine. Now with all the environment laws and all these companies trying to go green and good for the environment, which is good, you know, you wouldn't see that V8 anymore, most likely. You would probably see some, you know, V6 EcoBoost or something like that. The Crown Vic just wouldn't be the same. It would be totally redesigned, totally different, which is kind of good and bad. Like, we wouldn't know how it would look. We don't know how it would perform, this and that. I mean, the Crown Vic has such a good reputation for being a really, really good car, lasting. You can beat the hell out of it, and it still runs for another 100, 150, 200,000 miles, like I said. So many videos. But for me, the way the Crown Vic is now, it's just amazing. I kind of just want to leave it where it was. It had a really, really good life cycle. It does hurt that, yeah, they did halt it at production to bring, you know, the Interceptor utility and the Interceptor sedan, which are doing very, very good now. But it would be nice to see it come back, and then again, it wouldn't just kind of, I don't know, leave it the way it was and kind of just leave the legacy the way it was. But like I said again, 50-50, it would be nice to see it come back and see what Ford can really do with it. But as I said, the chances of them bringing it back, it is possible. It's not impossible. It is possible 100%. But with the sales of the Interceptor utility, I think Ford is just going to continue with that, continue to perfect that model, and just go forward with it. Guys, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Should Ford bring back the Crown Vic? Now, like I said, they did halt it at production. They did stop it. But that does not mean in any way, shape, or form they can never bring these cars back. Like I said again, if you're just going to comment, oh, that's impossible, they can never bring it back because they halted it at production or it got discontinued, that does not mean anything at all. Like I said again, the Ford Bronco got discontinued, it's coming back in 2020. The Ford Ranger got discontinued in the United States, it's coming back in 2020. So that does not mean anything. So, but like I said again, the possibilities of it happening, it is possible, but the possibilities of it happening are very slim. Probably gonna do another upload very, very soon while the weather is really good. Try to get out of this spot. I've done a lot of videos in my driveway, so I'm gonna try to get out there and do another video. Hopefully we'll have a car meet soon. Like I said again, airsoft videos and stuff like that. I'm gonna end the video off here, so I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have been killing that subscriber game. Don't forget, 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.